Mini episode 1562 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge Mini Episode 1562, the weekly FDH Football Preview Show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 16 of the 2022 NFL season, as well as a look at college football. For last week's college pick, we were 1-0 and are 21-11 for the season. Our pick this week is Bowling Green minus 3.5 over New Mexico State in the Quick Lane Bowl. We'll have a breakdown of the college football playoff semifinals next week. Here's our NFL top 10 for this week. 1 Philadelphia, 2 Buffalo, 3 Kansas City, 4 Cincinnati, 5 Dallas, 6 San Francisco, 7 Minnesota, 8 Baltimore, 9 Miami, 10 the LA Chargers. Here's your bottom 5. 28 Arizona, 29 Chicago, 30 Indianapolis, 31 Denver, 32 Houston. In the NFL, we were going for our fourth season since 2016 of being profitable, i.e. above 52.4%. Picking every game of the season. After being above it the first 4 weeks, now we're below it after a rough stretch. Last week we were 8-7-1, 0-3 on the Big Three, and 0-1 on the lock. We're 96, 107-7, 18-23-1, and 8-6 on the season. Here's our picks for this week. Jacksonville +1 over the New York Jets. Baltimore minus 7.5 over Atlanta in a borderline why ask why special. Detroit minus 3 over Carolina. Chicago plus 9.5 over Buffalo. Cleveland minus 2.5 over New Orleans. Kansas City minus 10 over Seattle. The New York Giants plus 3.5 over Minnesota in the Fran Tarkenton Bowl. Tennessee minus 4.5 over Houston. Dallas minus 4.5 over Philadelphia. Pittsburgh minus 3 over Las Vegas. Miami minus 4 over Green Bay, Denver minus 2.5 over the LA Rams, and Tampa Bay minus 6.5 over Houston. For our Big Three, it's Washington plus 7 over San Francisco, and the LA Chargers minus 4 over Indianapolis. And in the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 16, it's Cincinnati minus 3 over New England. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy overmanaging. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups or everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys you go with as long as you're confident that they'll be playing. QB, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, and Aaron Rodgers. Running back, Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, and Jonathan Taylor. Wide receiver Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and CeeDee Lamb. Tight end, Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and Darren Waller. Remember, our Thursday night game picks and fantasy recommendations are up every week on our Twitter page at the FDH Lounge. Now here's our non-gimme picks for the week. We like 8 QBs. Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, Geno Smith, Tua, and Deshaun Watson. We like 16 running backs. Saquon Barkley, James Conner, Ezekiel Elliott, Dante Foreman, Travis Etienne, Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, David Montgomery, Raheem Mostert, Isaiah Pacheco, Tony Pollard, Brian Robinson Jr., Miles Sanders, DeAndre Swift, and Rachaad White. We like 19 wide receivers. Brandon Ayuk, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy, Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman, Devontae Smith, Juju Smith-Schuster, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jalen Waddle, Christian Watson, and Mike Williams. And we like 5 tight ends, Evan Engram, Pat Freiermuth, TJ Hawkinson, Cole Kmet, and Dalton Schultz. Thank you for joining us for this week's FDH Football Preview Show.